Hi, my name is Kelly Sayers. This is Better Life TV, interviews with inspirational authors. And today I have a special guest, Julian Silburn, who's into sound healing. Let's just do a quick read about who you are. Julian Silburn is a didgeridoo teacher, healer and performer. Julian's aim in teaching, healing and performing didgeridoo is to impart the spirit of what he was taught respectfully and to connect people with nature through the various rhythms, songs and nature calls. Julian has met several Noongar and Arnhem Land elders and has collaborated with them musically and culturally and has their approval and blessing to perform, heal and teach. We just had an incredible Self-Discovery Network breakfast with this, and he had brought out all his instruments that absolutely connected us to our source energy, to heal us. I feel completely like, I get cold shivers every time I think about what we just experienced, and it's beyond words. So Julian, welcome, and can you give us a little bit of an understanding about, or a little quick snippet of who you are and how you discovered all these incredible instruments?
Yeah, so my journey with sound started 20-some years ago. I was doing a lot of meditation and yoga and things that were really opening me up on a spiritual level. And through that there was lots of cleansing and connections with the earth. A lot of it was intuitive, and I started having a lot of dreams with Aboriginal people in it. So they'd come in and they'd show me things, and one dream in particular that was pretty amazing was in the dream there were these Aboriginal family, and they were in the bush and they were near a river, and they had this very long didgeridoo, and they slid it up towards where I was, and they played it to me, and then I picked up the other end of the instrument and played to them.
Wow.
And then a guy around my age, he stood up from the group and walked, some 20 feet towards where I was, and took me by the hand into the river, and we started swimming together, and it just started off a series of dreams where I had this connection with the Aboriginal spirits and the and really,
how long ago were the dreams? Like, you were young or younger? Or?
So this is when I was 19, and it really started a real strong interest in the didgeridoo.
But did you feel that dream was, some dreams you feel like just waffle, it's just the imagination, and then some dreams really affect you, and you just can't let it go. No. It's something that happened to you, an experience.
I can see it in my
So they
head.
did visit you.
Yeah, so when I've talked to some Indian teachers, about things like that and Aboriginal, they say that's not a dream, that's a vision.
Yes.
So
I think people say that a dream difference is that you experience, you get the cold shivers, or it never leaves your imagination, does it? It's something a calling to follow.
Yeah, and it was a calling, and a few years later I met an Aboriginal woman elder, which is really unusual because often people think didgeridoo is not connected with women, but if you go right back to the beginning of the didgeridoo, which is at least 10,000 years old, that they've got the didgeridoo in their cave art. When I spoke to the traditional custodians of the instrument from Arnhem Land, they said that a long time ago the women did play, and the lady who taught me, she would never play it publicly. She only used it for healing, but she wanted to impart what she'd been taught by her grandfather to me, because she was the only one in her family able to pass on that tradition. And if she didn't pass on that knowledge, it could have been lost.
Yes.
So
it's also something so sacred, because I know that humans, our egos tend to destroy what's sacred anymore, isn't it? So when we have beautiful silent groups like today, that was just magic, wasn't it?
Oh,
and you was the crystal didgeridoo. Can you show us what they're talking about?
Okay, so part of my time living in the Northern Territory was I was invited there by Aboriginal artists to live and work there, and as a part of that I had an apprenticeship in making didgeridoos. So for probably about 17, 18 years I've been making wooden instruments that are termite hollowed, and that's the traditional instrument, the yidaki. And in recent years, through all the sound healing work that I do, I designed this crystal didgeridoo.
Can we have a little tiny little example? So this is, would the people listening get a feeling, still have a little experience?
Absolutely. So before I play, I always acknowledge the land that I'm on. So we're right here in Wajjuk Noongar Budja, so that's the Wajjuk people of the Noongar nation. So they're the traditional landowners of this area, so I acknowledge their elders, the past and present, and I also acknowledge the elders from Arnhem Land, where the Yidaki, the didgeridoo, is from. So it's always important to make those acknowledgements because it brings
such
through
a sacred gift.
the energy that comes through.
Thank you. Just feel that my hairs are standing on end. That is absolutely amazing.
Yeah. So what I was playing there is very much connected to the energy of the land here, because when you play, you connect to the energy of nature. So the sounds I'm making are the sounds of the water, of the land, of the energy of this place. And some of the sounds I was making of the kangaroos jumping and things like that. So it's all connected to this place. So.
And so, what could our bodies experience? Can it heal diseases or blockages or memories? You know, we have past life issues and beliefs that don't serve us. Can it sort of clear that as well?
So sound, it is considered one of the most powerful ways of cleansing on a cellular level, because the sound connects with all the sounds and vibrations that are within our body, within our nervous system. Each chakra has its own vibration and energy. So when you play music for the purpose of healing, it's working with all of our energy systems to bring it into balance and harmony. I work with people with cancer, and it has a massive effect, and some people have attributed the healings and their remission, you know, quite a significant part of that. It's always, you know, a big picture, but they really sometimes feel major shifts.
Amazing.
Where energies, past life energies, energies they've been holding that have been stuck in their system, get cleansed.
It's like you're just blowing it out of them energetically.
And it's just such a strong vibration, and because it's infused with the intention of the person for their highest benefit, and I'm playing for their highest benefit, and they've got all the support of all their spiritual guides. That's why it's
magic,
so effective.
Isn't it? Wow. And you're running workshops with all of this. Are they full day, half day, or is it one-on-one?
So I do individual sessions, couple sessions, group sessions. I do mobile sessions for people where they need it, you know, even hospitals or in their homes if they've got cancer. And then I do weekly group sessions at the Fremantle Yoga Centre, where, you know, every Friday and Sunday I do sessions.
Can we have a quick look, because we time permitting, but just have a quick look at the instruments you're using. The sound healing bowl was another amazing tool, and then this is. You know, I'm wondering, what do we call this?
That's called a swa mandal. It's an Indian instrument.
Give us a quick super.
So this is a combination of a couple of different instruments. One is a drone instrument. When I play that, I get people to imagine themselves under a waterfall, and the beautiful golden light is cleansing their aura.
I feel like going to sleep.
Yeah.
Put
So
him in trance.
every instrument has
That's
its,
beautiful.
its
Own
healing
theme.
benefits.
Yeah, benefits.
And I get people to work with, visualization, connecting with the elements.
Wow.
All of
And a
those
quick,
things.
this is
Yep.
well, I'll put this on the
Yep,
side. Thank
thank
you.
Okay, so these are the big crystal bowls. This one is tuned to the heart chakra. So this is particularly helpful for working with people, cleansing energies to do with the heart. And then mix with the same note on the flute.
That's beautiful. Give you cold shivers. That's magic. And so, where can we get hold of you? You're doing CDs. Have you got this?
Yeah. So I've got
music.
I've got a few different CDs. I've got one that is working with the solfeggio frequencies. One that combines it with voice and other instruments, Indian instruments. Some of these music have been on films, used for meditation. So yeah, I've got a number of CDs.
Do you have a website you want to tell people about?
It's soundalchemy.com.au.
All right. And what about an email? If people want to do a workshop or bring you in and do your magic?
Email soundalchemy@hotmail.com.
Okay, soundalchemy@hotmail.com.
Yeah, and alchemy. The reason I called it sound alchemy is the stress is it's like that base metal energy. It's the heaviness. And so through the sound healing, it's like turning that lead into gold.
Yes.
Like alchemy.
Yes.
It's like the alchemists, they turn the base metals into gold. So I'm turning stress into relaxation.
Return to love.
Yeah. So that's
pure
what
healing.
that sound does. Yeah.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much for this interview.
You're
really
welcome.
appreciate you, and thanks for the free healing.
No worries. You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, darling.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.